My name's David Coleman, a retired paramedic and quiet cabin owner on the peaceful shores of Crystal Pine Lake. I live a simple life. Books, canoes, hammocks, and a garden that's more hopeful than fruitful. But my life took a bizarre turn when I crossed paths with Patricia Harrington, president of the Lake Tranquility Civic Council, the HOA with the most misleading name in existence. It started innocently enough. I repainted my cabin a calming sage green, thinking it blended perfectly with the pines. But Patricia disagreed. Dressed like a general on inspection day, she knocked on my door at 6:30 a.m. and declared my cabin color non-compliant. When I asked to see the approved palette, she said it could only be viewed at her house for 15 minutes on Wednesdays. Soon I was bombarded with violation notices, dozens. They arrived rubber-banded like a ransom note from the aesthetic police. Offenses included improper canoe storage angle, excessive hammock sag, and unauthorized goose deterrent methods. My favorite? Too many wind chimes disturbing the natural spirit of the lake. Patricia's vendetta became theatrical. She held HOA observation sessions from her pontoon boat with binoculars, documenting everything from my citronella candles to my lawn's grass height, off by 2 millimeters apparently. But something didn't add up. This felt personal. I started digging and found gold. Turns out Patricia had tried to buy my cabin from my late uncle a decade ago. When he refused and passed the place on to me instead, Patricia never let it go. If she couldn't buy it, she'd force me out through relentless violations. With help from my lawyer friend Michael, we uncovered fabricated bylaws, misuse of HOA funds, and surveillance operations that would make a private investigator blush. She'd used community money to buy night vision goggles, a drone, and even lake energy realignment crystals from her cousin's landscaping business. Over $40,000 worth, and filed a formal complaint. County investigation confirmed everything. Patricia's enforcement powers were suspended, and the HOA had to issue a formal apology. But I wasn't done. At the next community meeting, I presented proof. Old title records, surveillance receipts, and even audio with Patricia plotting to push me out. Her words? Once Coleman's gone, I'll have the crown jewel of my lakefront empire. That was the end for her. The board voted unanimously to remove her. Her pontoon boat was repossessed mid-meeting. The crowd applauded. Residents who had suffered under her reign, fined for gnomes, shutter colors, or laughing too loudly, finally had justice. The county pressed charges: fraud, embezzlement. Patricia tried to defend herself in court, wearing oversized sun hats like armor. The jury wasn't swayed. She was sentenced 18 months in jail, restitution, and 300 hours of community service, maintaining the very lake she tried to control. As she was escorted away, she shouted something about the Supreme Court of Lake Aesthetics. I leaned back in my hammock, 2 inches too low, and smiled. Peace had returned to Crystal Pine Lake.